Golf's no different from hockey. Requires talent, self-discipline.
Golf requires goofy pants and a fat ass. You should talk to my neighbor, the accountant, probably a great golfer, huge ass.
How do you measure yourself with other golfers? By height.
It's a very, very special honor.
I'm Paula Creamer, and you're listening.
Well, we're waiting.
Hi, this is Martin Cove, a.k.a. John Kreese from Cobra Kai, and you're listening to
Quiet, Please.
Let the word go out from here across the land. Let Daddy Noonan approve.
Hi, boys. Nice day for golf, ain't it? Quiet, please. Oh, you got secrets, eh?
Hey, this is Shooter McGavin. You're listening to the...
Hey, you guys. Hey, we're trying to have a podcast over here.
Welcome once again, everyone, to Quiet Please, the Golf Podcast. I am Alan Depew, and we're going to call this our Paradome show 6226. Andy Hydorn, did you think about that?
Yeah, I'm not sure what any of that means.
It's the reverse numbers, Andy.
Oh,
anyway,
okay.
There you go. Oh, I had to break it down for you.
Yeah.
Hey, joining us as always, our panel.
I thought that was a palindrome, though. No.
What did I say?
Something else. But I'm the linguist here, so.
Thank you for clarifying then.
Alan's a numbers guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had the numbers down anyway. I mean, you've heard from him already. Andy Hydorn, the golfing savant from Houston. He co-hosted yesterday. All the buttons were back where they needed to be when I got back in the chair, Andy. I greatly appreciate. Excellent job. Sorry I missed the show. You guys had a great one last week. Bobby Baldessari checking in from Bourbon Country.
Cheers.
Bobby, how are you?
We're fine. We're great.
Prettiest podcaster in golf, Christian Azamis. Where are you at this week, boy?
I am in sunny Cleveland, Ohio.
Yeah.
And that looks like a beautiful Cleveland, Ohio hotel room you're checking in from.
Town Place Suites in Solon, Ohio.
Yeah.
It's where I'm exactly where I reside right now. So
nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. Andy, you got us a special guest this week, and it's appropriate timing because
we do, because there's some NCAA golf going on right now, and I'm super pumped to introduce everyone to Travis Vick as our guest here tonight. I'm going to give you a little bit of background on Travis. It's quite mind-blowing. Travis was the number 2 ranked player in the class of 2019. He was a 2018 first team AJGA All-American. He's a 2016 medalist at the U.S. Junior. He's a 2-time 4A Texas High School state champion. He ranked 8th at one time in the World Amateur Golf Rankings. He was a semifinalist in the 2021 US Am. He was the low amateur at the 2022 U.S. Open. He's the 2022 NCAA champion Texas Longhorn with a couple names you guys might know, Cole Hammer, Parker and Pearson Cootie, and Travis. And he does have an 0-1 record in the Gentlemen's Putting Society, but we'll be able to see it.
Nice.
He can
throw that one in, Andy.
Right that ship here at some point. But Travis, welcome to Quiet Please.
Oh, thank you, Andy. I'm happy to be on here. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, awesome. Alan, do what you do, run the show.
Well, I was just going to say, I mean, when we have special guests, I will say, as we say every week, if you are listening, watching us on Instagram, YouTube, or Facebook, please chime in. We have questions. Keep it clean. We'll try to get it on the pop it up on the screen. Travis, pretty illustrious career. I mean, where do we start?
I think we should start. Let's talk a little bit about what's going on in Carlsbad right now at the NCAA Men's National Championships. They're kind of in the semifinals of match play. Travis has been there before. And we've had some upsets. Well, your Longhorns, Travis, what happened?
Yeah, they didn't look like they played very well today. It's kind of unfortunate. I felt like they finished second in the stroke play, and they were, they hadn't played their best golf, but they were moving in a direction where I think that was coming, and unfortunately they got beat by UCLA. So, that's golf sometimes, but it looked like a very good year for them. And I know they have a couple seniors that I think are going to have some success on the professional circuit here very soon.
Yeah, it was kind of a surprise. That's match play, though, for you, right? I mean, you just never know what's going to come out at the end of a 5-match match play, deal. But too bad. There's 4 good teams left, and they're all fighting for the championship now.
Travis, did you like that format where they played for the individual medal play initially, and then the team match play?
I think that's a good question. I think it's a little bit too much golf. 4 rounds of stroke play. That doesn't include the practice rounds that lead up to it. I know Coach Fields was adamant that we got to know the course well, and so sometimes we would go, a couple months before and continue to play. You had regionals right before that, and then you're grinding for the biggest tournament in all of college golf. And then you go straight into match play. And, I think it does identify, who's playing the best golf at the time. So I like that element of it. People can fake it for 1 or 2 rounds, but to do it consistently over a period of that long, you're definitely identifying who's playing the best. So I like it from that element. But, it is a marathon, which is the part I don't like about it.
The irony of having you on, Travis, is when you made the winning putt in 2023?
2022.
2022. We actually talked about you specifically on this show long before I knew you. So, because that was a pretty awesome deal out at Greyhawk.
Yeah. Make sure you shake your opponent's hands before you celebrate with your team.
We might have talked about that.
Yeah. Yeah, I did end up shaking his hand. I just didn't do it beforehand. So, whatever happens.
Hey, it's the excitement is just, too much to handle, I guess, at times.
Yeah, there's so much that builds into the national championship, and especially that year. It was a crazy. I don't know if you want me to go ahead and get into it, Alan.
Sure.
But that year was very special because a lot of people don't know it, but the year before we finished last place with the exact same team. So Cole, both Cootie twins, all of them. We were like, I don't know if we finished absolute last, but we were near the bottom.
Wow.
And we go into their senior year, my senior year, 2022, and we start having some success early on, and then we get to January, and the Cooties both break their arms, and so we were probably the number 1 team at that time, and now
wait a minute, both of them broke their arms?
Both of them broke their arms. Yeah, we're doing a relay race.
Did they break the same arm? I mean, that would be too weird.
I think they broke it in the same spot too, which is crazy.
It's a twin thing.
It's a
twin thing.
Yeah, no, it was. So we had workouts every Tuesday and Thursday at 6 a.m. And at the end, we always do some level of conditioning. And so there was this big 40-yard turf mat, and we lined up in pairs. And the 2 pair would go down, they would touch the wall, they would come back, and of course the 2 Cooties were at the very end. If you don't know, the Cooties are extremely competitive individuals. And so it was kind of neck and neck as they're coming back, and they extended their arm to touch the mat, and they both broke it in the same spot. Well, we were living at the golf house at the time, and they were hurting so bad that we would have to take their clothes off. They had a sink full of ice that they would stick their arm in, and it was a big ordeal. And so after they go through the healing process, I mean, if you can imagine swinging a golf club, that's got to be tough mentally just from having a broken arm. And so their speed wasn't there. And this was for 3 months. And so Coach Fields, he's ride or die with this team. We look really good on paper. Everyone's world amateur ranking is extremely high, and we're expected to have success, but we have two of our better players that are now down, and we don't know if they'll ever be back, in the same shape as they were before. And so 3 months go in, we play a tournament at Augusta, Georgia, and Pearson tees it up for the first time, and he wins by 6. And this is right right near the postseason. And then we go to regional in Oklahoma, and everyone plays not very good. I happen to have a good week that week. I shoot 10 under par, and our team finishes in the 4th slot, and they only take 5 teams. And so we almost didn't even make it to the NCAA that year in 2022 because everyone didn't do very well at the regional site. So we finally escaped through there, and then we get to the NCAA where we finished almost last place last year, and we still have a lot of hype around us. We start off the first day, I think we play average. We start off the second day, we're probably right around that 8th mark. We play the third day, kind of sneak in, and then on the 4th day of stroke play, it's almost like we found something. And we beat the entire field by about 12 to 15 shots that day as a team. And everyone played great golf. And then we just rode that momentum through match play, barely snuck past Oklahoma State. We swept Vanderbilt and played Arizona State in the final match. And Pearson was playing Preston Summerhays. He was playing great golf at the time, and Pearson took care of him. Cole, during the semifinal match, took down Gordon Sargent that won the stroke play that year. Parker won his match 6-5, and so then it came down to me in my match, and I got off to a hot start. I think I was 3 up through 3, made like 3 straight birdies, and then I started leaking oil a little bit through the round, and it got to that 18th hole, and was able to hit 2 good shots and secure the deal.
Yeah, I remember that golf course. On TV, it looked like it was just super baked out and hard and fast. And I think 18 was like extremely downwind, maybe. It just looked like it was really hard, hitting to like almost an island green, and pretty tough sledding there.
Oh, for sure. Arizona golf in the afternoon is very challenging because you have to factor in altitude on your golf shots, and the wind usually cranks up in the afternoon. But that hole specifically was 540 yards, and the ball was just going forever. And so I think to the water was like 350 yards, and we're standing there on the tee box. I had just missed a putt on 17. And Coach, we get to the tee box, and I ask Coach, I say, Coach Fields, do you think I should hit driver or 3-wood here? And he said, well, if you want to be a little girl, and he used a different word, then, I recommend hitting driver. And so I didn't listen to him. I knew driver was too much, and I took out a 3-wood and hit 3-wood down the fairway. And then as we're walking down the fairway, Mason, who was the 5 guy on our team, was in extra holes on number 10 and had just hit it into the water. And Coach Fields got a text as we're walking down the fairway that Mason's out of the hole, and that the whole NCAA is going to reside on this match. And so Fields told me that as I'm walking to my ball in the middle of the fairway, he said, the entire University of Texas is riding on your shoulders right now, so we need a good shot here. And I'm no sports psychologist, but I don't think that's exactly what you need to be telling your players during a pivotal time like that. And so we get there. I had 194 yards, a little bit of altitude, hit an 8-iron, front right pin, landed about pin high to the left, and rolled to about 30 feet. And then just snuggled it up there close. But yeah, it was the experience, the feeling that you feel after that, especially after all the hype and expectations. And we had 3 seniors on our team. Pearson was number 1 in the PGA Tour U. Cole was number 4, so he had guaranteed Corn Ferry starts. Parker was inside the top 20 of the PGA Tour U. So the hype was crazy. And, you know, to be able to get it done, not just individually, but for the school and everything, it's, you know, it's a feeling that's hard to describe.
It was pretty amazing, for sure.
I'm just going to throw this in there. One of our regulars here, Mr. Taylor, chiming in. Handshake can wait. I agree.
He's our MVP commenter.
I'm going to have to defend myself a little bit on the handshake. I was getting heckled the entire day by it because it was Arizona State. And so we were at their home course pretty much. And, you know, Cameron, he didn't say a word to me all day, and we're friends. Yeah, it was a brutal environment to play in. So handshake was not in the forefront of my mind, but looking back now, I wish I would have done that.
So let me just bring Christian in here. Christian, how close was Niagara when you were there playing D1? How close were you guys?
Yeah, let's compare the University of Texas to Niagara University. I'm pretty sure 2 guys on that team could beat all 8 of us on that team. You know, we were D1, but God Almighty, we sucked. I think we were last place every tournament. But like, I loved everything that Travis was saying because it's all. I mean, college golf is college golf, no matter what division you're in, right? You could play good D2 schools, D3 as well. Like, it's all competitiveness at the end of the day. And I think when you look at some of the stuff that I dealt with at Niagara, like, obviously doesn't compare or even relate to what Travis went through. But I think it all comes down to what we all want to have a goal in mind when we tee it up. We all want to win. And if you're not playing good golf and the team's not playing good golf around you, it's very evident that, you know, the way one person plays can correlate into how the last 4 guys or 5 guys that you bring to a tournament play, basically. And we all feed off of each other. And whether it's team meetings in the hotel afterwards or whether it's meetings before we tee it off at the golf course, it's all part of the process and hopefully having your team do well in that particular week.
So Travis, as just crazy successful as your junior career was, your high school career, you know, your college career, what kind of happened after you guys won NCAAs, and tell us a little bit about your journey after that.
Yeah, so junior year was a great year. And this was peak NIL. And so NIL was starting to become prevalent. Not that college golf is a very marketable sport, but when you go to the University of Texas, you know, there's a lot of money there and you want to take advantage of some of the opportunities. And also that junior year, I qualified for the US Open and made the cut and finished low am. So all these agents started knocking on my door, you know, basically rolling out the red carpet. And so my senior year was navigating that, you know, which club manufacturer to sign with, what is professional golf going to look like, trying a bunch of different manufacturers of clubs. And I made the cardinal sin of doing that while also trying to chase speed. And so I struggled big time my senior year in college. I think on that PGA Tour U deal, I got as high as number 4. And after my senior season, I dropped down to number 12. And so I finished the year at 12th, which still had full Canadian status, which is now called the Americas Tour. And the first 4 events after the NCAA, which I don't even think we qualified for, I just skipped it because I was having some driver problems. And then I missed the next 6 cuts after that and made a few cuts on mini tours and all that. And it was 3 years of you know, insanity. And so then I felt like I needed to transition and do something else. And so I got a job in wealth management, work for Merrill Lynch now. And I had a buddy come up to me recently and hadn't touched a club in 6 months and went and hit a few balls and, you know, started to feel pretty good about my swing and played a pre-Q for the Houston Open and won that. And then played the Monday with Taylor Moore and Luke List and made 7 birdies and shot 2 under. And so, you know, I still chase it. Still playing Monday qualifiers. You know, a few mini tour events here and there, and work wealth management. You know, still getting those licensing exams. But you know, who knows what the future may hold. You know, you just got to wake up each day and work hard and let the chips fall where they may.
Well, I know when you picked it back up and started playing again, you were playing with, you know, those guys, Chris Minton and Walker and those guys. You guys come rolling in the carts every day, and Travis shot 62 today. Travis shot 63 today. It was crazy, some of the numbers that you know were coming off your golf clubs there. So I know I watched you for a year and a half from afar, struggling and trying to get a hold of your driver and figuring out, you know, what was going on. And I think all of us have kind of at different levels obviously have been, you know, in a situation that golf seemed like the hardest thing in the world. And then other times it feels like, you know, you're never going to play bad golf. But it's really good to see that you're kind of, you know, getting your love back for the game, number one, but really, you know, finding your ability and being able to play really good golf again, I think is awesome.
Yeah, I appreciate that.
And also, I think at the end of the day, too, if you have the desire to do it, like, you know, you're good enough to do it. And it's a matter of just getting that extra step over the finish line, basically. So I applaud you for not giving up, because a lot of people in your shoes would just give up. Like, I go back to the kind of like the Ben Griffin example, or story, I should say, where he was basically about to give up golf and then he started coming back. And I love a good comeback story. And from a sidelines, I know we don't know each other as well, but I can speak on behalf of everybody here that we're rooting for you to get over that finish line and hopefully go to the you know, professional tier.
So ironic you say that. Mr. Taylor chimes in, taking the.
I didn't even see that comment when I said that, so I promise I didn't even see that.
Well, I appreciate that, Christian. Yeah, it's yeah, my daily routine's pretty insane. I wake up around 5. We have this little putting green in our backyard, and I putt for 30 minutes. And then I go and work out, and I head to the office. Usually get there by 7. And right now, my job, since I'm taking these licensing exams, I passed the Series 7, but I have one more I need to pass, the 66. You're only allowed to work 8 hours, no more. You don't get paid overtime. And so I get there at 7, I leave at 3, and then I play golf every afternoon and go to bed and wake up the next morning and do it again. So it's a little busy, but
I can attest to all of that.
Yeah, Andy's there; he sees it.
Yeah.
Travis,
we have a nice question from Trey here.
Yeah.
Are we gonna put? Oh, there we go.
Yeah. So his question is, why would a pro or soon-to-be pro change out his equipment with no guarantee that he'll improve? What's the thought process?
Well, before you answer that, Travis, we should have asked that of Phil Mickelson before the Ryder Cup as well. But go ahead now.
Yeah, are you referring to that 2004 Ryder Cup?
That would be the one.
Yeah, crazy story there. Well, to answer your question, it's money. Professional golfers have to make money. You know, once you get to a point of Scotty level or Rory level where it's not relevant, then they just play for legacy or trophies. But I can assure you that everyone's out there. It's a business. There's way more that goes on behind the scenes than just watching them on the course. There's a lot of corporate obligations that they have. And it was the same thing during my professional career. You have to do corporate outings. You got to, make sure that your sponsors are happy. And so I was trying other equipment in order to see if I liked their clubs, and then also see who was willing to pay the most money to sponsor my professional career. And I ended up settling down with Shrixon. I was a ping guy my whole life. But ping has a mandate that you play their putter. So you could have 13 ping clubs in the bag, but if you're not playing their putter, they're not going to sign you. And so I didn't have a ping putter in the bag at the time, and I was very happy with my Spider. But Shrixon was the most flexible, where they have an 11 club deal, and so you can play whatever 11 Shrixon clubs that you want to, and then the rest you can play whatever manufacturer, and they'll still pay you. But a lot of the contracts are incentivized as well. So it's, if you make it to the PGA Tour after year one, your new salary is going to be this plus an additional bonus. If that takes you 4 years to get there, then this is what your base salary is going to be, and here's your bonuses. Shrixon had a deal where if you play their driver in a major, they're just going to pay you $4,000 up front, for playing the driver. So there's all these little incentives that these manufacturers have. But looking back now, I think there's so much money in the game of golf that I definitely made the mistake of getting too tied down with that. And Scotty did it right. He didn't sign a club deal coming out of college, and he had the idea of making money on the actual golf course, and that's what these kids that are having success now should be doing. Play with what that got you there, and then try to make your money on the course.
Did you miss Scotty? Did you guys overlap at all at Texas or no?
We did not. No, he was a little older than I was.
Got it.
I think that's a great advice, though, because I often talk to a lot of my friends that we just play like a game on Saturday or Sunday or whatever. And, I always tell one of my buddies in particular, like, get fitted for clubs because you're good enough where you can take that next step and get fitted and so forth. But you have to be super picky with what brand that you like. Every brand's different. I'm a TaylorMade guy through and through. I love their clubs, love the putter, love the balls, everything. But I think it's testament to what you just said, because I think a lot of players, they should be playing what is most comfortable to them. And I just wish that, but I would say that to everybody that I've talked to about golf, regardless of who they are, how old they are, and so forth, that just play with what you're comfortable with. And then at the end of the day, the rest will follow from there.
Bobby, you're back.
Yeah, I'm back. Well, I had stuff at the halfway house, and then stopping at the tree line to check on where my last golf ball was. But I'm good. I found my ball.
Oh boy.
I take it unplayable, but we're good.
So Travis, as you look at where you're at now, and I know you put a lot of work into your financial career and you're going to work every day. I mean, what is your best case scenario for Travis Vick's life for the next 15 years?
Yeah, I think you have to be realistic, but you also have to listen to wisdom. So as I'm working, I'm consulting with others and seeking wisdom on what would be the best route for me at 26 years old. And pretty much everyone has said that if you finish your licensing exams, it means you're a certified financial planner. You have all the designations necessary for that. And if you can work out a deal with your boss that allows you the ability to go play some qualifiers and maybe gear up for Q school and have the flexibility to have as many hours as you need to practice while still maintaining a threshold, then that would be the best case scenario. And so I'm in the process of negotiating and working that out. I don't have any solid answers yet. But, down the road, I think my love resides in golf. And so I would love to be chasing the tour and competing with all my friends out there. But, if that's not the case either, then that's fine. And I can go into financial advisement and work that out. I'm pretty secure with that. But, who knows what the future may hold. The only thing I know we can control is our work ethic and let the chips fall where they may.
Well, you have a boss that understands the golf part of it. So
Travis, I was reading a little bit about your profile, and it seems ball striking was kind of your strength of your game. And actually, over on our Instagram page, Mike Padilla, Andy, asked a question: if you could go back in time, do you wish you would have tried to get more comfortable with a ping putter?
Oh, that's because Mike Padilla uses ping putter.
Well, but yeah, I just want to throw it out there that he asked that question.
Yeah, absolutely. Ping has a lot of great putters out there. Putting is 51% of the game. It's very important. I think you got to play with something that you're comfortable with. Going back, I probably would not have deviated from the ping equipment, but I don't think it was equipment that was 100% the issue. I think all the equipment out there is pretty good, and you as an athlete can figure it out within a 3-year time frame. I think my issue was I was stuck underneath, and I had an open face, and I was trying to flip it, so I was solely relying on timing. And anytime you get nerves or anything like that, and you're relying on timing, that's not a good sign. So I think it's moving in a better direction now, but I don't think it was the equipment's fault. I think there's a lot of things I would go back and do differently, but staying with ping would be I can't say whether or not I would do that.
So you said you were chasing speed a little bit, and I am witness to say that you caught it, because Travis hits it a mile. I mean, it's crazy. We're sitting there putting on the putting green, and we hear a sound on the first tee, and we look over, and it's Travis. But what was your speed like when you were a junior and sophomore and some of your earlier years?
Yeah, I think I've always hit the ball far, even in the junior days. I think my game has historically been known for ball striking ability. And then as we get closer to the green is usually when things start falling apart. So definitely have not been known for my short game. Always been freaky. But anything ball striking related, that's usually been my strong suit.
Yeah, I can't imagine somebody with your speed like stressing too much about getting more speed.
Yeah, it's speed is not the problem. I don't need more distance.
Yeah.
Well, I feel your pain there, and I know I said it when you were speaking, but I know he's watching right now. My dad is watching. He calls me Mr. 3-putt because I suck at putting. I was that kid growing up that had 2 putters in his bag because I couldn't figure out which one I liked better, and it didn't matter because I stink at putting. But
how many putters do you buy in a year, by the way?
I haven't bought a putter in probably 2 years, to be honest with you, because I don't play enough now to care. I mean, I still care, but I can still whack around and shoot a couple over par, and I'm happy with that. But at the end of the day, it's during college specifically, even guys on tour, we can all agree to it. They make their money inside 150, right? Distance is not a problem for Rory. He doesn't need it. Scotty doesn't need it. Like, they make their money inside 150 at the end of the day. And that's where the big checks come from. Right. And then you see what Scotty did last year on the greens, especially. Yeah. That's literally, it's the most critical part of the game. Like Travis said, 51%. And then when you look at it too, that's where most of, if not 60% of their time is practice is short game.
Travis, can I just interject, because this is a regular standing thing? Do you feel that going after that speed comes from 69 degree shoulder turn, or you have to get a little further behind the ball?
Man, I am not your guy to ask. I have no idea where the speed is generated. I've heard so many things. It's hand speed. It could be more width. Who knows?
Well, just so you know, we have a few prerequisites of this show. Like we talked about, we have the final thoughts. We have a couple other segments, but we also need to make sure we mention Alan's lack of shoulder turn every time we record.
It's the same as John Rahm, Andy. Just saying, just throwing it out
John
there.
Rahm.
Yeah.
John Rahm.
Ray Taylor, I agree. Christian, I call it the 150 The bag zone, that's where the money resides. Agree. A new chime in here. Did they discuss Bryson yet? Nope, we have not discussed Bryson yet.
I mean,
but I'm sure we will.
That's Andy's guy. That's Andy's guy.
Yeah, that's my guy. All right.
Do you want to go right there, Andy? Do you want to throw this out there? Your
we've
live
been
report.
talking about Bryson every week for the last 4 weeks. I don't know what's new news about Bryson.
Oh, then I'll steal the Andy Hyde.
The sports box deal.
No, I was just going to say that floating around social right now, the Bryson news is that he is attending all the investment meetings where they're out the road show trying to capture money.
Well, he bought majority interest in Sportsbox.
Did he?
Yeah, about a month and a half ago. And now my friend Paul Park, who works for Sportsbox, every time I see a post or I see a video, poor Park sitting there, like being his little bitch with his phone and his launch monitor, and poor Paul. Yeah.
Is that conclude the live report?
Yeah. What else is to say about live? I think who
the experiment's almost over.
Yeah, it's almost over.
Andy, I don't have one for this hot seat. Nope. Wait, let's do this one.
Holderness and Bourne, the preferred apparel partner of the Quiet Please podcast. We're anxiously awaiting for our samples.
Swag.
But yeah, we're super pumped to be connected to H&B, and it's great stuff, and we highly recommend Holderness and Bourne.
It's getting warm, Andy.
It is getting warm. It's time for me to pull out the old hot seat questions.
Dave Port and I put enough money together to entice Bryson to create our league. Told you all YouTube golf is here to stay. Ooh, that's an interesting topic before we close out the show. If we have time, go ahead.
Should we do hot seat first?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, Travis, we're going to do just some 9 quick questions. Say the first thing that comes to your mind. There are no right or wrong answers.
Okay.
So this will be interesting for the rest of us. What's your best 18-hole score?
61.
61. And how many times have you done that?
3.
Where was it?
South Beach Am, Carlton Woods, Fazio, and Jackrabbit.
All right.
Not only did he do it, he did it in competition.
Yeah, of course. And multiple times.
Yeah.
Matter. What's your favorite golf course that you played?
Oh, man. I'd probably have to say Augusta National.
Okay. Now, the next question, Augusta National would be the answer to this one for most people, but which course is on your bucket list?
I'd like to go to Cypress Point. Never been up there. I played Pebble, but I just love to get out there, especially on that 16th. Because the par 3 over the water has that pretty view. Yeah, that'd be great.
That's a good one. Okay, who's your favorite golfer all time?
Oh, good question. I think Tiger is the most entertaining golfer I've ever watched. But I like Jack Nicklaus, mainly in the way that he conducted himself. I thought he was classy and he did things well.
It's a very old school answer from a young fella.
Very good.
Bobby likes that, don't you, Bob?
I love that, yeah.
So what's the most cringeworthy look on the golf course?
Cringeworthy look?
Yeah.
Jason Day. And whoever is sponsored by that company, I think it's super cringy. I know Garrett Kago with his hair, that's a little cringy, but they're out there, so
I love that.
Anything.
Because I know Mr. Trey loves Malbon, but You know, you're going to have to suck it up this week, Trey. So your favorite halfway house indulgence?
Castle Pines chocolate milkshakes.
All right. All right. Favorite post-round beverage?
Just a Dr. Pepper.
The DP. All right. So gamble on the golf course or just play for fun?
Gotta gamble. Yeah, that tells you where you're at. You gotta play for enough to it makes you nervous. So whatever that number is, it's all personal based, but that's the only way to replicate tournament-like conditions.
Yeah, that group you run with doesn't play for fun.
No. They're all aspiring pros too. So that's where they make their gas money.
Yep, exactly. So what's your favorite golf swing of all time?
Ooh. I like Hal Sutton's.
Wow.
Mainly in the fact that it just looked like he had such great control, and he's probably one of the greatest iron players. So I would say that from an aesthetic standpoint, you know, the common answer is the Adam Scotts, the Rorys, the Tiger 2000, but I'll be a little different and go with Hal Sutton.
Good one. Good one. All right. This is my favorite question. So quickly describe the best shot you've ever hit, time, place, and circumstance.
Double eagle at the U.S. Junior. It was on hole number 5 or 6. I had a buddy of mine who was caddying at the time. His name was Rich. We called him Rich. And he was just kind of learning golf. He didn't know a whole lot about it. But I was hovering around the cut line and made double eagle. And I think it was the first double eagle in U.S. Junior history.
Where was it?
Baltusrol, I believe. But cool. I might need to fact check that. I could be way off. Yeah. But they took the ball and they put it into a museum. But the best part of all of it was there was an article that came out the next day about the double eagle, and it was because my caddy was doing a bird dance down the fairway for about 50 yards. And so,
how far was the shot, and what'd you use?
It was 240 yards, and I hit a 3-iron to a back right pin.
Awesome. So what do you cherish most about the game of golf? Because it's given you a lot, and it's taken a lot from you.
Yeah, I think the relationships that were made, the experiences and opportunities, the places. There are so many memories that were made that I'll remember for the rest of my life. So I think all three of those are good things to hold on to.
Yeah, sure. Final extra credit question. How many aces do you have?
6.
Boom. You survived the Quiet Please hot seat.
Good.
There you go.
And I put Cypress up in the background for you, Travis.
Thank you.
Alan. Yeah.
You're too kind.
All right, so let's go back to this question, Andy or Bobby, either one, or Christian, you can chime in. The creator of Portnoy, the rise of YouTube and social media golf, here to stay. Anyone?
All right, I'll go first.
Okay.
Go ahead, Eddie.
I've said this before, I'll say it again. I think the more they keep blurring the line between professional golf and creator golf, meaning they're getting some of the better playing creators to play just regular, competition against each other. It's got no legs to me. I said this before. I think Portnoy, when he put together the Internet Invitational, did an unbelievable job. I think it was fantastically entertaining, and I'm more interested in watching stuff like that than I am watching Brad Dahlke and Grant Horvat play each other.
Well,
Bobby?
Speaking of Brad Dahlke, he just got his sponsors invite to the Rocket Mortgage Classic.
Yeah,
I don't know if you heard that one, news or not, Andy, but
no.
Yeah.
You knew something like this was going to happen because of YouTube, because of social media. I mean, these things are going to pop up, and then there's going to be some, a little bit of excitement around it, but it's not. I don't see it having the strongest legs. I agree with Andy that it's going to be out there. It's going to be some, and I don't know. It's going to appeal to some category of people, the audience, maybe a golfer, maybe not a golfer. I don't know, but. I've been trying to look for Travis's double eagle in the USGA record books, and I'm not coming up with it yet. But I'm not done yet. I'm going to remember that one, Travis.
Travis, what's your take on the creator stuff?
Oh, the creator stuff. Yeah, I've done a couple videos with Good, and they make so much money, it's crazy. And the fame associated around them is very high too. I remember Garrett Clark took us to dinner one time, and he had like 16 little kids run up and ask for an autograph. So I think it's just part of the nature of our world today. Everyone is so ingrained with their phones and social media that there's ample opportunities to make a lot of money in that. Now, in regards to the golf side of things, I did see that Brad Dockey got a sponsor's invite. So with him not playing a tournament in 10 years, it'd be interesting to see how he does. But I think there's a different level out there than editing golf shots and posting your good rounds.
Yeah, no,
Trey with a final chime in here on that one. Golf isn't getting older; it's getting younger. Younger fans like creators too. $4 million for attorney is just a start. I see it going the way I live. I don't think it has staying power.
It's the world we live in today.
I spend a ton of time on golf creators, but not playing matches against each other. Like I love watching Riggs play his internet haters on Foreplay. I love that. I think that's super interesting and super funny. I love all the rest of the golf content out there too. I spend a lot of time, too much time watching it, but I don't want to see them play matches against each other. I don't think that's interesting. They can't make it as top players anyway. So figure out how to get other people more interested in what you're doing.
Agreed. All right. 18th green. Final thoughts. Bobby.
Yeah, I'll lead off since it's been a crazy night for me. Real life happening. Travis.
Well, you found your ball, though.
I did find my ball. Travis, thanks so much for being with us. I'm sorry I missed some of the, some of the show tonight, but final thought has to do. I think I'll center it around the Travises out there, the kids that get into the game, and the beauty of golf is individual at its core, and the parents out there. I really want to talk to the parents that some of these kids that show promise, but you never know what's going to happen. And so some kids show promise early, and it just doesn't happen. I've been around the game my entire life, since the cradle. Andy's played, Alan. We've all played. We've all seen kids that were better than us, and at some point we got better. So it's a long journey. Don't put a lot of pressure on these kids. Make sure it's fun. Make sure they play other sports. Long-term athletic development is really important. There's a lot of shots I've hit in my golf career that I thought, I'm glad I played baseball and hockey, because something about the shot I thought about those other sports. So I guess maybe to take about what Travis has been through, work in your short game, be creative, and just make it fun.
Christian.
Going off what Bobby said, obviously, Travis, thank you for coming on and taking time out of your day to join us. And like I mentioned earlier, I know we don't know each other as well, but I admire you for continuing to chase your dreams, and I wish you nothing but the best, man. I hope it works out for you, and we'll definitely be keeping tabs on you. And hopefully one day we'll be able to see you at some of these top of the leaderboards moving forward. So Short and sweet for me. Travis, thanks again, and wish you the best of luck.
Travis, you want to jump in there? And by the way, Kelly M. Jones wishing Travis the best. Cypress is a must play. There you go. Final thought, Travis?
No, I don't have a whole lot. Thank you guys for having me on. It was a pleasure. I agree with Bob that kids need to be kids. This game it'll beat you up. It's tough. It's very rewarding. I think it's a great place to parent a kid. There's so much that goes into golf from an integrity standpoint and discipline standpoint. And then the experiences you'll make, it's just something you'll hold on to for the rest of your life. But be a kid. Go play the other sports. I think there's a lot of misconceptions in regards to kind of how to be a parent and to parent your kid. Encouragement is where it's all at. And that's all I got.
Mr. Hydorn.
Okay, I'm going to give a little update on my final stage U.S. Open, Senior Open qualifier yesterday, which let's just say I putted from the rough 3 times, and therefore my short game is in shambles and didn't really play good enough to get through. I did play with Omar Uresti and another kind of local amateur guy, Scott Loving. And if it were up to Omar, we'd still be out there now. He was so slow; it was unbelievable. But it was good. I hit it really good. I just, I don't have the wedge game to shoot a good score on some of those golf courses. So another quick thing too, PGA Tour put up a new video last week on their YouTube channel. It's the 1999 Tour Championship at Champions. It was the week that Payne Stewart passed away. And watching those guys, Tiger won the event. It was his first Tour Championship. Watching those guys play our golf course was amazing, in the sense that golf has changed so much in 27 years. It's not even the same game anymore. The longest players in the game are hitting it in the same spots that some of us old guys are hitting it now. Tiger, where Tiger was hitting it, it's just amazing to see. Travis, you should watch it if you get a chance. It's mind-blowing to see. Chris Perry was in the last group with Tiger. It's 3 wood off 18 and has 222 left. It's like these guys were playing just such a long golf course. And it's not that the golf course was long, just nobody hit the ball anywhere back then. So highly recommend watching that. And Travis, thanks for coming on. It's been great to have you. Listening to your stories, pretty awesome. And we're all kind of rooting for you going forward. And I'll be seeing you out at the golf course.
Yeah. See you tomorrow, Andy. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
Take it easy on Andy, all right? Don't make him cry on the course, all right?
He beats me in the putting competition, so he needs to take it easy on me.
Andy, to your point, that I saw one on Golf Channel the other day where they were showing the PGA at Inverness that Tway pulls out from the bunker, and the 18th I think was like 360 yards.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, yeah. My final thought is this: the ShopRite just wrapped up here on a great Donald Ross design golf course, and the women are playing another one for the U.S. Open at Riviera this coming week. Can't wait to watch that. Actually, I want to see how they do in Hogan's Alley. But boys, until next week, we bid you adieu.
Ciao.